Sarper Guven and Shekinah Garner's romance has been one of the most talked about storylines on 90 Day Fiance. The Other Way and 90 Day Fiance Season 11. Their whirlwind relationship, which began with a casual meeting in Turkey, quickly turned into a serious commitment. Despite their strong initial connection, viewers have seen the couple wrestle with many challenges as they attempt to build a future together. Their relationship journey has included significant highs and lows, moments of affection, and also frequent disagreements about expectations, personal boundaries, and lifestyle choices. As they continue to appear on the series, fans are watching closely to see whether the couple will be able to overcome their differences and stay together, or if they're ultimately heading toward a breakup. From casual encounter to committed relationship, Sarper and Shekinah first met through a dating app while Shekinah was visiting Turkey. What began as a simple connection quickly grew into something more meaningful. Although Sarper was known for his outgoing and charismatic personality, Shekinah was drawn to his confidence and charm. As they spent more time together, their bond deepened, prompting Shekinah to consider a more permanent relationship. When they appeared on 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way Season 5, they opened up about the serious nature of their relationship and began discussing long-term plans. Shekinah, who lives in Los Angeles and works as an esthetician, invited Sarper to move to the U.S. to start a new life with her. While Sarper had built a stable life in Istanbul as a personal trainer, he ultimately decided to pursue a future with Shekinah. Despite their love for each other, their transition into a shared life wasn't seamless. Cultural differences, expectations, and contrasting personalities led to frequent disagreements that tested their commitment, expectations, and boundaries. Throughout their time on the show, Sarper and Shekinah's relationship has been shaped by conflicting ideas about personal boundaries and expectations. Sarper, who takes great pride in his fitness career, had a very specific vision for their relationship. He occasionally voiced preferences about Shekinah's appearance and lifestyle, while Shekinah had strong views of her own about what kind of partnership she wanted. One notable point of contention came when Shekinah requested that Sarper stop training female clients. As a personal trainer, Sarper had built much of his career working with a diverse clientele. However, out of respect for Shekinah's feelings, he agreed to adapt his professional commitments. At the same time, Sarper had his own expectations, encouraging Shekinah to maintain certain fitness goals and to follow his suggestions when it came to style and fashion. These issues led to several tense discussions, as Shekinah voiced concerns about maintaining her independence and self-expression. She emphasized the importance of being valued for who she is, not for how closely she conforms to someone else's standards. Difficult moments and a surprising reconciliation. At one point during a disagreement, tensions between Sarper and Shekinah reached a boiling point. An argument escalated, resulting in a moment that viewers interpreted as a clear sign of the couple's struggles. While the situation appeared to signal the end of their relationship, the two eventually reconciled. Their mutual affection, despite ongoing challenges, kept them working toward a future together. By the time 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way Season 6 aired, Sarper and Shekinah were engaged and preparing to take the next step in their relationship. Shekinah filed for Sarper's K-1 visa, initiating the process for him to move to the United States. Sarper, who had initially been hesitant to leave his home in Turkey, ultimately decided to make the move to be with Shekinah full-time. Their decision to move forward showed their willingness to commit. However, their adjustment to life together in Los Angeles soon revealed more underlying issues. Adjusting to life in the U.S. After Sarper's arrival in Los Angeles, the couple faced new obstacles as they began living under one roof. Shekinah had her own set of house rules, especially since she runs her esthetician business from home. Sarper, used to a more independent lifestyle, had to adapt to a new routine. He occasionally joked about feeling out of place in her structured home environment, even calling himself part-time homeless in jest. Still, behind the humor were signs of emotional strain. Sarper began expressing doubts about his place in Shekinah's life, sometimes making comments that suggested he believed she wouldn't be able to move on if they separated. These statements, though framed in confidence, reflected some of the deeper insecurities and tensions brewing beneath the surface. While Shekinah was sympathetic to the challenges Sarper faced in adjusting to a new country and environment, she also began setting clearer boundaries. She made it known that she wouldn't accept being treated dismissively or unfairly, even if her partner was struggling with major life changes. Family dynamics. A key influence. As Sarper attempted to settle into life in the U.S., another layer of complexity emerged. Shekinah's family, her sisters, especially Sharia, were cautious about Sarper and his intentions. Though willing to give him a chance, they expressed concern over some of his comments and reactions during family interactions. In one episode, Sarper attempted to strengthen his relationship with Shekinah's family, but his efforts appeared somewhat guarded. When questioned about his approach to conflict, Sarper made remarks that seemed to downplay the importance of emotional regulation, which didn't sit well with her sisters. Rather than offering reassurance, he responded with generalizations that didn't fully address their concerns. While Shekinah appreciated that her family was trying to be protective, she also felt the pressure of balancing her love life with their expectations. However, she took their inputs seriously, especially when it came to evaluating long-term compatibility. Will they go through with the wedding? At this stage in their relationship, the big question remains, will Sarper and Shekinah actually walk down the aisle? Shekinah has made it clear that she is no longer willing to tolerate patterns of behavior that make her feel uncomfortable or undervalued. While she acknowledges that change is difficult and that Sarper is navigating a major life transition, she has also drawn a line when it comes to how she wants to be treated. Her focus is on maintaining her personal well-being, and she's not afraid to walk away if things don't improve. Despite some rocky moments, signs suggest that the couple is still together. Their joint social media presence remains active, and recent updates from Sarper indicate that he is still living in Los Angeles. These clues point to the possibility that they found a way to reconnect and recommit to one another. Still, the future of their relationship depends heavily on whether they can continue working through their issues in a healthy and respectful way. Communication, mutual respect, and emotional growth will all be necessary for them to build a lasting marriage. What Sarper needs to change? For Sarper, the path to a stronger relationship with Shekinah will likely involve making meaningful changes in how he communicates and responds to conflict. While his sense of humor and self-assurance are part of his charm, they must be balanced with empathy and accountability. Shekinah has emphasized that she values emotional intelligence and openness. If Sarper can show growth in these areas, it could help rebuild trust and bring more harmony into their relationship. Letting go of past habits and focusing on their future together is key. Fans of 90 Day Fiance have seen many couples overcome difficult beginnings. Sarper and Shekinah's story, while complicated, still holds potential. Their continued presence on the show gives viewers a chance to witness whether their relationship will evolve into something stronger, or if their differences will eventually prove too great. Final thoughts. A relationship at a crossroads. Sarper Guven and Shekinah Garner's relationship has gone through many transformations since their first meeting in Turkey. What started as a casual connection grew into a deep emotional bond, leading to an engagement and a shared life in the U.S. But with love comes challenge, and their relationship has certainly seen its share of tension. Cultural adjustments, personal expectations, and differing views on boundaries have all contributed to their ongoing struggles. Still, beneath the disagreements and growing pains is a real connection, one that could thrive if both individuals continue to invest in mutual understanding and respect. Whether or not they ultimately marry, their story offers a glimpse into the complexities of modern love, especially when it spans different countries, cultures, and life experiences. As the season continues, fans will be watching closely to see how this story unfolds. Will Sarper and Shekinah find lasting happiness together, or decide to go their separate ways?